Congratulations, seniors, on your recent graduation. Welcome back to another episode, family. Afro Senpai here. Congratulations, seniors. Although this is the time of your life when you're about to have a lot of fun, it's also the best time to get in on investing. I know I've been telling you this, but now is the time to execute. And you may not be able to see my face. It looks like a shadow's talking to you, but bear with me. Link to all the calculators that I'm about to use will be in the description. For our time period, we're going month to month. For our start year, it's 2020. Start month, August, end year, 2022. Last month, June. I'm not aligning the calendar that's talking about quarterly and semi-annual cash flows. We don't need that. Initial amount is the 300. Cash flows, we're contributing a fixed amount of $100. Inflation adjusted, no. We're contributing that $100 monthly. We're not rebalancing because the only thing we're investing in is a total market fund. We're not using any leverage. We are reinvesting dividends. So we're going to see a display. Factor regression, no. What was factor regression again? I don't even know what factor regression was. Benchmark is going to be the S&P 500. Because remember, folks, if you don't know what you're doing, just invest in the market. It doesn't have to be any sort of mystery as to what you should be investing in. Just put your money where all of the money flows, which is the entire market. The S&P 500 is the top 500 companies of the United States. VTI is covering everything within our market. SFY is that new jump off that I've been telling people about. The reason we're starting at $300 and we started in August is because I was assuming students wouldn't have enough to buy in, and depending upon what platform you are, you may not be able to buy fractional shares. So I said, let's wait off until we have about $300 and then we can buy at least one share of VTI. SFY is the same thing as the S&P 500 for the most part, but it's less than $20 right now. So if you have $100, if you have $300, you can pick up a lot of shares of SFY. And speaking from somebody who's been in the market for a while, it feels good psychologically to see that you have multiple shares of something. SFY is a great pick if you want to start buying whole shares. And again, this is not advice because I'm not a professional. I'm going to quickly name these. QQQ is a fund that tracks the tech stocks. So that's going to be, if you like to be more balls to the wall and you have a higher risk tolerance and you're okay seeing your portfolio drop by $10, $20, $100 in a given month because you know it's going to rise back up eventually, then you'd be parking your money with the tech stocks. We know these companies aren't going to go away, so if you can stomach those drops, you know it's going to rise back up in the future. So anyway, we are going to analyze the portfolio. It does its magic. And this is just a recap. We're doing 100% of our money into VTI, 100% of our money into SFY, and 100% of our money into QQQ. And boom, what do we see here? Portfolio returns. So we have 24K, 24K, 22K again because of the volatility, and then 25K. And then we'll come down here and also take a look at the growth. So back in, what was this? March 31 of 2020, the market was really doing well. We're at 26, 26, 25, and 26. And then everything started getting crazy. We start to see these drops. And now we're kind of in this market where people don't know what to do with their money. They're kind of panicking, and stocks, it looks like they're dropping. This is a great time to buy. You've not been in the market before, so you may be nervous to buy in when things are going down. It may be counterintuitive to be buying things as it's going down. But what is happening when you go to a store? You see a PlayStation, you see an Xbox, and it's on sale. Do you say, hey, I don't want to buy that because the PlayStation was $100 a week ago. I want to wait till it goes back up. No, you buy that thing. It's the same exact mentality. The stocks are on sale, so that's why you buy when it's low. That is it for the investing portion. Now let's talk about if you are of the mindset that I don't want to invest, I want to put my money in a bank, or your parents are saying the stock market is rigged because they don't invest themselves, which would give you an indication that you shouldn't be listening to them. If they don't invest, they don't have the mindset of an investor. They think the stock market is risky, but they go ahead and they put their money in a bank, which is even more risky, or they go and buy lottery tickets, okay? And I'm not saying that you shouldn't listen to your parents. I'm saying that if your parents don't do something, don't listen to them if you're interested in it. If your parents cannot shoot a basketball or dribble, you're not going to go to them for advice on how to step your game up. That's all I'm saying. We love our parents. Now we're at Simple Investing Calculator. We're contributing $100 a month. The period is over 22 years based off of where we started from last year's update. We're doing a generous APY that a bank would give you for 0.06%. A lot of the banks are giving 0.01 or 0.05 if you go with the traditional brick or mortar. So look to an online bank for a higher APY, but this is kind of the national average. And we're going to do that initial deposit of $300 just like we did for stocks. All right, so if you had saved your money, you're at $2,500 and the $149 they gave you in interest. Congratulations, you can now afford that McChicken that you were saving up for in interest last year. Let's go to the calculator real quick, folks. If I got $1.49 in interest over the span of 22 months, that means my bank was giving me 6 cents every month. Now, if you want to be in that lifestyle where you get 6 cents every month and the bank is gonna take your money that you have in savings and give it to other people and charge them 14%, 22% in credit card fees, in credit card interest, or in personal loan interest, because that's exactly what they do. If you don't believe me, Google fractional lending. If you want to do that with your money, that's all you. Now, you may be saying to yourself, if I had just saved my money, I would have $100 more. That looks true on the surface. But as we continue to do these updates, you're going to see the fluctuations, especially if you're buying into a down market. And then you're going to say, gosh, dang it, Mr. D was right. I should have listened to him. He was trying to drop that knowledge on me and also those elbows, but I didn't pay attention. It's okay. But this is why I do these updates, so you can see the power of investing over time. And if you're watching this 5 years later, don't think that it's too late. I started my wealth building journey around 35 or 36 in debt. And a couple years later, I got to over $250,000. This stuff works. Life, especially your financial life, is not a game of checkers. It's a game of chess. Okay, back to Mr. D to close the show. And that's going to do it for this episode, fam. I hope you see the potential of the power of investing, and I hope you make steps to actually execute and do what I've been telling you to do for I don't know how many years. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me or simply comment below. Share it with your friends. Share it with everybody who just graduated, because this is so important. And one last time before you get out of here, remember to smile, because you are beautiful.